Welcome back to my channel, the IIT Encoder, and in this video we will be showing you the video editorial of Magical Candy Store of November Long Challenge Division 2 Division 1. So in this question I have already given the explanation. If you haven't watched that video, please do watch that. In this video I will be showing you my solution and how does it work. So let us move on to our code. So there are n distinct integers and there are r terms. Okay, so what do we do is first take the number of test cases and iterate over them, and then we take in the number of numbers n, and then we declare the array and we take in the numbers inside the array, and if all are distinct. Okay, so this thing you had to keep in mind that all numbers are distinct, so there can only be a single one in it. If I will explain you what happens if there is no one and what happens if there is a one, because one changes everything. Okay, so this, if there isn't any one, then what chef can do is he can always keep the turn to himself. He can always choose what do we do, odd numbers or even numbers. Just a second. Yeah, if he accepts an odd number, then the players have to swap their positions, right? So chef can always choose an even integer. Suppose if ai is odd, he can choose ai minus 1, and at the end he can choose an to be odd, so that the places swap, and as n turns have completed, they again swap and chef always has the turn. So if there is no one, then chef can always have the turn and his sum will always be incremented. But if there is a one, then there is no way that chef can choose an even number, as he can't choose 0 candies, he has to choose at least one. Hence at that moment they have to swap, and then the other person will also get some candies. So let's move on. If we have found one, then we store its index. Now there are two cases essentially. So if we first look at the first case, that is we haven't found any one, or the one is at the last place where we actually need to select an odd number, like the nth integer that chef selects should be odd, so that he gets his turn at the first turn itself. So in that case we create a temp answer array. What does this temp answer array do? This temp answer array stores the answer for if the loop ended at this point. Like suppose r is 8 and n is 5, then 5 turns will complete a cycle and 3 turns are left, so it will end at the index 0, 1 and 2. So it will end at the index 2. So temp answer of 2 will store the answer for if the turn ended at 2 for chef. Now we just iterate over all the numbers, we initialize the answer to 0. Now if I is equal to n minus 1, that is, it is the end value, then we need to select, and like if r of I is even, we can select the even value, because the turn is ending now and he has to select the maximum value possible. So temp answer of I will be equal to answer, and we will always keep a mod. Okay, and if it is a running sum, that is answer stores the running sum, that is we want to continue ahead, so we need to choose an odd number, so it will be answer plus r of I minus 1. Okay, and suppose the last term is odd, then simply choose it and the running sum will also be equal to that. So this is what the essence of this problem was, to keep a running sum, that is an answer, and an ending sum, that is a temp answer. And no one is there, so he can always have the turn to himself, and this works. And otherwise, for a normal approach, if it is even, just take the number. If it is odd, just take the even number, just minus 1 it. Like we take the even number which is just below that odd number, and in the temp answer we keep the even number itself. So like in the temp answer we keep the odd number itself, because if the turn is ending, he needs to maximize what he can take. Now we move on to the queries. We take in the number of queries, we take each query, and ignore this is just the extra bit. What we do is basically we initialize a temporary variable which stores the number of rounds that are completed over all the n's. So this will help us to calculate the running sum fast. So the answer would be the running sum in one round into the number of rounds modded, and the final answer would be the current answer, that is the running sum plus wherever this ended, r minus 1 mod n, and we display it. Next, if 1 is present at the first index, that is it is present at the starting index, then what do we do is basically we keep track of two variables, just the number of total turns and the queries. We take in the query, and if so basically what he can do in this is chef always has to select the first number, right? So now the other person can always keep the turn to himself, and he can give the turn to chef only at the end, because so chef will get only one in each round, because at the nth chef or whatever the other person is will select an even number, and as they have n turns are completed, they will swap their positions and chef will get to the open counter. He has to choose one because he doesn't have any other option, and hence chef will only get a one candy in each round. So if r is less than n, that is a single round, then the answer is 1. Otherwise, if like we need to minimize the other person's candies also, right? So if the round ends at index 1, like r mod n is equal to 1, that means what the other person will do is he will take an odd number of candies only in the last round. So this will give him the first chance, and he will take the one candy also. So chef will get number of candies which were in the earlier round, r minus 1 by n, and otherwise the other person will keep the chance to himself and not take the first candy itself, and will give it to chef. So the answer would be r minus 1 by n plus 1. And the other case is wherever 1 is, if like 1 is in between. So what do is we just continue the same approach we had if 1 was not there. The only change is that we do is we just before the 1, like the number just before the 1, we take an odd integer. What happens due to this is the other person has to take that 1 and the chance comes to us again. So we lose a 1, but we keep the chance and take all the big numbers. So the other person just gets this 1. So this was the approach. I will share you the code, and if you have any doubts, feel free to leave it in the comments or email me. I will look at them as certainly as possible. And this code is pretty detailed and elaborate in the cases, so you won't have any problem, I guess. But still, if you have problem, then you can leave it in the comment section, and please do like, share and subscribe.